Isak of Liverpool, back on as Newcastle target Wolves ace in major transfer twist. Liverpool have been heavily linked with a move for Newcastle United striker Alexander Isak this summer, with the Reds seeing a £110 million bid for the 25-year-old. Rejected Liverpool's prospects of finally securing Newcastle United forward Alexander Isak appear to be strengthening. The Swedish striker, 25, has been heavily linked with a move to Anfield throughout the summer, his name consistently surfacing in the transfer headlines. Earlier this month, Liverpool saw a £110 million offer for Isak rejected by Newcastle. Yet the speculation has only intensified since then. With the transfer window ticking towards its conclusion, Liverpool's determination to land the striker has not waned, adding further intrigue. Newcastle are simultaneously chasing a new striker following Callum Wilson's departure. Brentford attacker Jon Wissa has been identified as a target, though reports this week claimed the Magpies' £40 million bid was swiftly turned down by the London club. Now, twist in Newcastle's pursuit of attacking reinforcements could open the door for Liverpool. According to the Liverpool Echo, the Tyneside outfit are pushing hard to sign Wolves forward Jurgen Strand Larsen. Wolves are said to value the Norwegian at around £60 million, and while they are eager to keep him, Newcastle remain intent on striking a deal. Whether Larsen is being lined up as a direct replacement for Isak or simply as extra firepower is still unclear. Meanwhile, Isak himself has added fuel to the fire. On Tuesday night, he used social media to issue a blistering statement that cast serious doubt over his future at St. James' Park. Despite being named in the PFA Premier League Team of the Season for 2024-25, he snubbed the award ceremony, instead posting a message that directly criticized Newcastle's handling of the situation. "I'm not at the ceremony tonight because of everything that's happening," Isak wrote. "I've stayed quiet for too long while others pushed their own version of events. Promises were made, and the club has known my stance for months. To act like these issues are only now appearing is misleading. Once trust is broken, the relationship cannot continue. That's why change is in everyone's best interests." His comments have forced Newcastle onto the defensive. The club quickly responded, releasing a statement stressing that they do not consider a sale to be in their best interests at this time. "We must always act in the best interests of Newcastle United, the team, and supporters. The conditions for a sale this summer have not been met," their statement read. So, what exactly are those conditions? According to Sky Sports Newcastle correspondent Keith Downey, there are two non-negotiables. First, Newcastle want their £150 million. Valuation met, though a slightly reduced figure of £120 to 130 meters might still tempt them. Second, they must secure a suitable replacement before sanctioning any exit. Newcastle have already failed in approaches for Benjamin Zacco and Hugo Ekitike, while they continue to chase Jon Wissa, who is viewed as Wilson's successor rather than Isak's, until another striker arrives. Selling their star man remains almost impossible. That leaves Liverpool with a clear path forward. If they can raise their bid closer to £130 million and Newcastle succeed in landing Wissa or another forward in the coming days, the balance may finally tip. With Isak openly pushing for an exit and the deadline looming on September 1st, the saga could yet reach a dramatic conclusion, with Liverpool firmly positioned to capitalize. Liverpool boss Arne Slot has confirmed an early season setback as new £30 million signing Jeremy Frimpong has been ruled out until after the international break. The former Bayer Leverkusen defender, brought in to replace Trent Alexander-Arnold following his high-profile switch to Real Madrid, picked up a hamstring injury during the Reds' opening day victory over Bournemouth, with Connor Bradley and Joe Gomez also battling fitness concerns. Liverpool suddenly find themselves in the middle of a right-back crisis, ahead of crucial clashes with Newcastle United and Arsenal. Frimpong, who joined for around £30 million, was seen as a direct successor to Alexander-Arnold after the England international ran down his contract at Anfield before sealing a move to Spain. The pacey fullback had already impressed supporters with his preseason displays, but his Premier League debut ended in frustration when he was forced off after an hour during the 4-2 win over Bournemouth, complaining of a hamstring issue. Now, Liverpool will be without their new recruit for the coming weeks. Both potential replacements, Bradley and Gomez, also struggling. Bradley has only just returned to training after an injury of his own, taking part in a light session with the squad on Thursday. Slot, however, was quick to praise Liverpool's medical team for preventing Frimpong's problem from developing into something even more serious. Connor trained with us briefly today for the first time, Slot explained. The medical staff were absolutely right to take Jeremy off when they did, because now he'll only be out until the end of the international break. If they hadn't made that call, it could have been much worse. Slot was keen to play down the significance of the injuries, pointing out that these kinds of setbacks are simply part of the game. Jeremy actually has a very positive injury record, the Dutchman noted. Connor missed some time last season, but these things happen. It just so happens we've had two players go down in the same position. Joe Gomez's situation remains unclear. Although he has not suffered a setback, the defender has been unable to complete 3 consecutive training sessions, Slot admitted. It is impossible to fully safeguard against these issues in one position. You can't carry 5 right backs just in case. We do have 3 left backs at the moment, but if Connor and Joe aren't ready, we'll have to adapt, he said, hinting that Curtis Jones or Dominic Szoboszlai could be forced into emergency right back duty. Having both covered there before, Liverpool's fixture list doesn't make life any easier. The champions travel to Newcastle on Monday before hosting title rivals Arsenal at Anfield the following weekend. Meanwhile, off the pitch, the Reds' pursuit of Mark Guéhi has taken a twist. Former Burnley boss Sean Dyche has suggested Crystal Palace may have gone back on a gentleman's agreement to allow the 25-year-old England defender to leave this summer. Liverpool have already tabled a £35 million bid. But Palace are holding firm at £45 million despite the risk of losing him for free next year. Speaking on the No Tippy Tappy Football podcast, Dyche speculated that Palace may have previously promised Guéhi a move. Clubs sometimes do these off-the-record agreements, Dyche explained. It's like, stick with us for another season, and we'll sort you out next summer. It sounds like that might have been the case with Mark, but now Palace are digging in. Liverpool's interest in Real Madrid winger Rodrigo has also resurfaced. With Kylian Mbappe's arrival pushing the Brazilian down the pecking order, speculation is growing that he could seek a new challenge. Liverpool, long admirers of the 24-year-old, are reportedly considering reviving their pursuit. Jurgen Klopp even flew to Brazil in 2017 to try to convince Rodrigo to join Anfield before the player opted to remain at Santos. Rodrigo himself later explained his decision. We didn't close the deal because I didn't want to. I wanted to stay at Santos and make history there even though Liverpool's offer was very good. It had always been my dream to play in Europe, but I wasn't ready to leave at that time. With Manchester City now said to have